Our Seaside Band. Hey, good to see you guys. Good to be here. We've got Dan on the piano. We've got Glenn on bass today. Yay. Polly on drums. And of course, our band leader, Bob. They rock. Bob's on sax, if you didn't notice. There you go. All right, welcome. I'm Reverend Debbie. It's my joy to be here with you today. Welcome to each and every one of you. Glad you're here. Come on in from Holder Hall. I'm getting used to saying that. Holder Hall. Come on in from Holder Hall or our family room, our social hall, and come on in. We've got lots of invitations for you today. We have a lot of things going on at Seaside, as always. Welcome to those of you that are tuning in from your house. We're glad that you're here too. Okay, let's see. The first thing I'm going to talk to you about is a little travel opportunity. Anybody up for going to Switzerland? Dr. Christian is speaking in Geneva, Switzerland. He's the keynote speaker of a convention there with Cynthia James, Reverend Cynthia James. So that's happening June 26 to 28. Callie will be there. Trevor will be somewhere in the vicinity. Not sure exactly where, but come on and go out and support him. He'd love to have some Seasiders there. So think about it. I'm going to talk a second about the bookstore. The bookstore is my little passion. I love it. Our bookstore crew is amazing. There's Deb Rollins. We've got Kathleen White, Barbara, and Sherry were in there this morning. There they are. They're just great. So we brought in some books for you. Some of you wanted this thing called You. We have it. So we've got some Living the Science of Mind textbooks. We've got 10% off of all of our spa items. So if you're wanting like soak in a tub or some salts or some smell good stuff, we got it in there. Or if you want to get it for your honey for Valentine, it's in there too. So it's 10% off just today only. But what I really wanted to mention is this. these little bags, and you'll see them on the register. They are little wellness coins. They're made up of Karen Drucker song lyrics. So those of you that know Karen Drucker, these are packages. They're little healing hearts. So they're a lovely gift for a friend that might be going through something, or for yourself. So we have these, and they do have wonderful lyrics from the Karen Drucker song. So those are there. You know what happens when you get up on the stage, you can talk about these things that are important to you. And the bookstore is one of the things that's important to me. So thanks for letting me share that. Next Sunday, 2 Sundays from now, on the 15th, Dr. Christian with Danielle is going to be doing our annual vows recommitment ceremony, a renewal of vows. And you bring your partner, whoever that is, and we do not supply partners. You have to bring your own. So come with your partners between services at 10:20 and renew your vows of love with each other. So that is in 2 weeks on the 15th. Wednesday night, if you haven't heard, we brought back Wednesday night service, and it's rocking, if I do say so myself. Inner Light, it is called. It is meditation, music, and message. It's a more of a chill kind of a ceremony or a service. We start out with some chanting and meditation, and we have some beautiful music. Celeste Barbier is our music director. 4 of us 2 ministers and 2 ministerial interns are speaking, and this week is Maggie Rentala with Intentional Self-Love, and that is right here at 6:30 in our sanctuary. Come and join us. It is a beautiful service. Connection groups are happening. We've got lots of things going on with our connection groups. On the 15th, Maggie Rentala, again, is going to be doing a workshop for the Creativity Connection Group. It is called The Heart of Self-Love, Journey to the Heart of Self-Love. We're going to be doing some guided meditation, making talismans. It's all about loving yourself. So sign up online, sign up at the connection group table, and let us know that you're going to be there so we have enough supplies for everybody. And that is 2 weeks from today after second service with Maggie. Seaside Sisters are also having an event. They're having their annual Galentine's Day, and that is for the ladies, gents. It's for the ladies, and it's the Seaside Sisters annual event, February 14th from 12 to 2, right here at Seaside. See Callie after service if you'd like to hear more information about it. Couples Connection. Deb and Boyd are in the house. I see them. They are the leaders of our couples group. February 13th, they are having a couples event. That is from 5 to 8 at Encinita Skyloft Community. So see Deb or Boyd and learn more about that if you want to come hang out with the couples. Kindness Crew, another connection group. Susan Murphy, our new board president, is also head of the Kindness Crew, and they're going to do another PB&J event. She makes just under 400 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, takes them out into the community. They're given to those that are experiencing food scarcity. And you have an opportunity to come and be part of that and make some PB&J. That's February 12th at 4 o'clock. Our connection groups are rocking. I mean, we have got stuff going on, and that's really, really great. Sound and Breath Meditation with Reverend Rebecca Berry and Kay Samuelson, and sometimes Karen Cole joins them, and that is this Saturday, 3 o'clock, either on Zoom or in person here in our sanctuary. You can see Reverend Rebecca if you want more information about that. Then we have 3 certificated classes that are going on right now or getting ready to start. Dr. Christian's Foundations class, or Beyond Limits, is in its 2nd week. So this Tuesday night is the last night to join. If you haven't joined, see Tara, our education director. She's at the Super Bowl table. You'll see her out there after service. You can get your workbook today and be all ready. It's not too late to join the 2nd night. You haven't missed too much, but it is the last night to join. So if you're looking at some foundational information, what is Science of Mind? How do I do this prayer thing that you guys do? What is this all about? This is the class you want to be in. And it is the prerequisite for most of our other classes. Tara Short and I are both also doing a certificated course. We are starting on Thursday the 12th. I'm doing a daytime course from 1 to 4. Many of you have said can you do some stuff in the daytime? We don't really like driving at night anymore. So we're giving it a whirl. So from 1 to 4, Thursday, starting February 12th, financial freedom. It's not just about your finances. It's about getting free in all areas of your life. So join me if you'd like. That's from 1 to 4. Sign up online or at the education table. And then that same evening, Tara Short is launching Journey of the Soul, which is also a certificated course. It's a 6-week course. It starts at 6 o'clock. You can talk to Tara about that at the Super Bowl table. Speaking of Super Bowl, we're having a party. We're having a Super Bowl party. We've had one every year for the last several years, and it's really well attended, and people have a lot of fun. And I like halftime and commercials, so you don't have to love football necessarily to come, but if you love a good party, come and hang out with us for Super Bowl. That is going to be next Sunday. Kickoffs at 3:30. Landon, you have a video for us, don't you? Bad Bunny.
Muchacho, ¿para qué tú quieres tanta novia?
Me las voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP, ey. Saluden a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie. 6 chis, ey. Que sonrían las que ya les metían. Un VIP, ey.
Okay, that's next Sunday. Kickoff at 3:30. See Tara at the Super Bowl table. Sign up to bring some yummies to share. Last but not least, this Friday night, First Friday event, is Ricky Byers. So we have Ricky Byers in the house Friday night live right here. If you have not seen Ricky live, you want to be here. She's written most of the songs that you'll hear as our congregational songs. She is a New Thought legend. She started the Agape Choir. She was at Agape for many, many years, and now she's on her own, but she's going to be here Friday night. So buy your ticket from Tara. Tara's a busy girl, doesn't she? Wears a lot of hats. See Tara after service. Buy your ticket for Ricky or sign up for the Super Bowl. But what I'd like to ask you to do right now is please stand and greet your neighbor. And please remain standing for the congregational song.
Good morning and welcome to Seaside, everybody. We've got a wonderful song that we'd like to sing together. It's a little bit of a call and response, so I have our wonderful special guest this morning who's going to help support you in that response. So I'll sing first, and you just repeat it on back to me. Here we go. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let my steps reveal a path of peace. Let my steps
Well, good morning, Seaside. Woo, what a joy it is to be here with all of you today, and all of you that are home. We know you're there. We love you. And that is a great congregational song. That's got to be one of my favorites.
Me too. It's all Ricky Byers music this morning.
Friday night, she's going to be here.
I love it.
It's going to be great. We've got over 100 tickets sold already. It's going to be up, dancing, energy like that. She'll be telling stories. Magical for sure.
Amazing.
Definitely icon in New Thought Music. Hey, we had a party Friday night. Oh, was that amazing? Woo! Now, I'm not sure if it's called a gala or a gala, but it was great, whatever you call it. You know, your board has had an idea of doing a banquet for years here, and Susie Glenn sitting on the board, and she says, I got a vision on what it could be. And she and Scott donated their barn and took the vision and got all sorts of vendors to, take care of an amazing night. And then Tara Short, jumped in from Seaside, heads up our events here, and just been so engaged with that through that process. Callie got in there in the last minute with some beautiful decorations, helped us with some visioning, and we came together with the support of all of us for an incredible night of creating our legacy that has been, as well as what is going on. It is something that is journeying forward, that we're part of, and that evening was an amazing night of dancing and fun, and Scott and Susie's place, we christened it for you with a lot of love and a lot of joy, and our heart goes out, and I just wanted all of you to know, we've been raising funds for the enhancement of the building between the gifts given, pledges, and the ticket sales. We have raised about $80,000. So you guys have done fantastic. It is absolutely incredible. And so it's filled with a lot of joy, and the legacy continues. I've been here for 35 of the years, so I'm good for another 35, I think. So I'm ready for it. But you guys can't go anywhere either, man. We're in this together to grow it and build it. And we do it on prayer, and we have got a fabulous prayer here. She has had almost a week off from her duties as chair of the Seaside Board, our past president, but really she's got a beautiful consciousness as a practitioner and a senior in the School of Ministry. And and she's now on the core council for the practitioners. It's not like she doesn't continue at that organizational level. So please welcome Nicole Johnson. Take us to that deeper place.
Thank you, Dr. Christian. Well, good morning. What a full house. What a beautiful full house it is to see all of you here today. And it's such a joy and a blessing to be on this side of the platform sometimes. Just getting to sit in this space of prayer. And as a practitioner, we love to pray. And it's just our joy. And we hold it so deeply and so sacredly. And you are more than welcome to meet us at the prayer center, the Dolphin Legacy, after service for prayer. Whether there's something good going on in your life, or there's strife or struggle, it doesn't matter. Prayer is always available. And we are available 24/7 online and in the prayer chests as well. So we also are excited to launch our new prayer table out at the family room. So if you are looking for a practitioner and need more information, please come visit our table in the family room as well. And so I'm just so excited to be here with you today. And I'd like to invite our light holder, Karen Cole, out. She'll be holding the space for us this morning. She's a new practitioner for us and also our animal ambassador. So welcome, Karen Cole. And now I just invite you to take a moment, a deep breath, and allow yourself to land in this time, in this space. I'll sound the bowl to bring us into the centering space. I'm just feeling and sensing and knowing that one power, that one presence, the infinite love and joy that moves as grace and harmony and flow, this universal vibration that joins all hearts together in this community of love. For there is no place that God is not. This infinite mind, this universal intelligence that moves and flows in each one here as an individualized expression of the one. And I know that I am that one, that light in the world, spreading peace and spreading joy and kindness and unconditional love. As I claim, and I know that for myself, I know that for each one here and everyone within the sound of my voice, this collective, unified harmony that joins together in peace and love. And I know that this day is divine plan in action. I know that each moment unfolds perfectly. For divine is always at work, always saying yes. And I know for Dr. Christian, the words come easily. And there's this vibrational flow that reverberates in this community, uplifting and holding and comforting each one here. And I know that each song sung, each lyric, each note that's played is this universal flow that joins together in this beautiful dance of life, this beautiful dance of joy and love and peace. And I just breathe that in, and I allow it to be.
Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour your joy in me. Pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour your joy in me. Pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me. Shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me. Shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Oh, wonderful Spirit.
Thank you, Danielle. Pour yourself in me. It feels so good. Just the imagery, just the idea of just Spirit filling us up. That's what happens when we come to Seaside, I think. At least for me, I get filled up. Thank you. Thank you for anchoring us so beautifully in song. Dan, thank you so much for your accompaniment. And Nicole, for your prayer. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for your 3 years of service to our Board of Trustees. Thank you. You have passed the baton, and she has passed the baton to your new board president, who I'm going to invite right up now to introduce her board, Susan Murphy.
Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, I can't think of a better time to be on the board. I mean, Seaside is thriving and so much is going on. So it's just such a privilege to be president this year. And I want to invite the Board of Trustees to come up here and join me. So we have our new Vice President, Mala Ahuja. And we have Board Secretary, Carlene Falks. And our new board treasurer, Deborah Rollins. And we have Director Mike Florio, who has so graciously agreed to be on our board again. Thank you, Mike. And then we have our newest member, Louise Wright, and she's also director. So yeah, say hello to your new board. It's gonna be a good year. Thank you for all your support. All righty, I'm giving the mic back.
Your 2026 Board of Trustees. We could not be in better hands. Thank you all for saying yes to be of service, to be the trustees. And as I said, it's a really good time to be on the board at Seaside. You know, we're just in this wonderful flow. I want to welcome all of you. I want to welcome anybody who's tuning in online. I want to welcome anybody who might be here for the first time. And if it's your first time here, please know you're welcome. We honor all paths to God. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you're welcome here. We love you. It's our month of love. We're kicking it off. February 1st, crazy. I can't believe it's February 1st. It is. Here we are, the beginning of February. You know, and Dr. Christian mentioned our Legacy Gala on Friday night. Oh my goodness. It was the culmination of a dream, of hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Susie and Scott Glenn. Thank you. They opened their barn to us. Now, we call it a barn. You all that were there, oh my goodness. It is the most magnificent, beautiful piece of property. It is a legacy for Scott and Susie. I don't know why I'm getting emotional about that. It's to carry on their vision. You know, and it's going to be open for children to come, to do art, to be with the horses, to just be and to be loved, and to be loved in this beautiful environment. And it's in honor of their grandparents and their ancestors. So it's so beautiful that we had our legacy there, and we were the ones that got to kick it off. We were the first party at the new digs. And, you know, Seaside's legacy is about what do we want to leave for our children? What do we want to leave here? What is the message that we want? You know, we paid off our building and that's fantastic, but now what? You know, we're blessed that we've had a spiritual leader for 35 years in Dr. Christian, which gives the stability to Seaside that we have. His wife, Callie, who has stood by his side and been oftentimes like without a husband because he's here at Seaside. You know what I mean? Being a minister's wife is not an easy gig. Or husband, whichever way it is. But you know, we are so blessed by all of you and all of you that said, yes, count me in. We are going to take care of this property that we've been given. We are going to take care of our teaching. We are going to be sure that the teaching goes on, all of it. Big shout out to Tara Short, who worked tirelessly to make the event happen, and Callie for your help. I just love you. It was a great event. It's a wonderful kickoff for our legacy. For our legacy. What's next? In this month of love, we have some more love to spread around. And one of the things that we like to do is our flower ministry that Miss Nicole Johnson kicked off. And our flowers today are for somebody that we love very, very much here at Seaside, our very own Linda Amerson. Yeah. So we're going to celebrate a little bit more Linda later on, but we love you, Linda. We love you. Okay, so I'm going to read today from today's reading, which was from Dr. Christian's, or today's daily inspiration from Dr. Christian's Wholehearted Living book, which you can get in your inbox. And it is called You Are Love. Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living. and above all, those who live without love. And that's Dumbledore. We have been taught to believe that we only experience love if someone else loves us. We look for relationships to give and receive love rather than realizing that we are love. So much time and energy has been wasted trying to make ourselves attractive to others, saying and doing the right things to attract a partner. We put up roadblocks and barriers on how love can come into our experience. And consequently, there is a loneliness pandemic happening across the globe. We all long for greater connection and intimacy, but what we long for already lives within us. The true experience of love comes from the divine spirit of God and is then individualized in each and every one of us. God is love, and we are made in its image and likeness, which means we are made out of the presence of love. We can never be separated from it. When we begin to embrace this concept, we can get out of our own way so that God's love flows to us and then through us out into our relationships. When we approach life this way, and then we come from wholeness, and our love blesses those in our lives, we are no longer desperately trying to make someone love us. We are welcome and celebrating it and live in an atmosphere of connection and love. And so it is. God bless you. So very glad you're here today.
Thank you so much for that reading. All right, well, I have the honor of introducing our guest artist today. And this woman, I just love and adore her. She's come all the way from LA to see us. She's a longtime friend of Seaside. She hasn't been here in a while, but she has no shortage of things going on ever. She just sang the national anthem at Angel Stadium. She is working on her sophomore album right now, which will be releasing soon. You can check that out on Bandcamp and look her name up from there. And she's going to be going on tour this year with some other incredible artists. So we are just so blessed that she had time to stop in and share her gift with us this morning. Please welcome Rain Bizu.
Good morning, Seaside. It is always a pleasure to be invited here. It's been a very, very long time since I've been here. I haven't been here since 2022. In that time, I had a baby. She's here. Some of you saw her. In that time, I dropped 2 albums. In that time, I've been able to sing at Agape a handful of times now, and it's been wonderful. And so it's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to sing one of Dr. Christian's favorite songs. So it's one of my favorite songs about love, and it's called As. Around the sun, the earth knows she's revolving. The rose must know the bloom and I remain. But this hate knows love's the cure. You can rest your mind assured I'll be loving you always. Can't reveal the mystery of tomorrow, but in passing we'll grow older every day. Just as all that's born is new, do know what I say is true, that I'll be loving you always.
Until the rainbow bursts the stars out in the sky.
Always.
Until the ocean covers every mountain high.
Always.
Until the dolphin flies and parrots live at sea.
Always.
Until we dream of life and life becomes a dream.
Did you know that true love asks for nothing? Our acceptance is the way we pay. Did you know that life is given, love a guarantee to last through forever, another day? This is time new to move on since the beginning. The seasons know exactly when to change. Just as kindness knows no shame, know through all your joy and pain, that I'll be loving you always. As today I know I'm living
until we dream a life and life becomes a dream. Loving you until the day is night and night becomes a day. Loving you until the trees and seas just up and fly your way. Loving you until the day that 8 times 8 times 8 is 4. Loving you until the day that is the day that is no more. Loving you until the day the earth is turning back to love. Until the day the sun does not itself. Until the mother nature says a walk is through. Until the day that you are me and I am you.
This is Rain. Bijou. Welcome back to Seaside Stage. My goodness. That is Rain, that is Danielle, and that is the Seaside Band rocking us out with Always. Always Be Loving You. What a perfect song for today as we enter into this month of love. You know, this morning's message is... there you go. All in for love. Is that a perfect song? Always loving you. All in for love. And so this morning, it's about, this whole month, it's about what? Love. There you go. Right. So I say, hey, what's it about? You guys are going to say love. And how are you going to practice it? You're going to say all in. So how are you going to practice? All in. There you go. So this morning's message is about, all right, and we are going to practice it by being all in, always. And so I was thinking, this guy, he just wanted to be all in for love. So he woke up one morning, said, this is the day. I am going to be all in for love today. And so he started off with his meditation, practiced peaceful mindfulness. He saged his car. He played flute music around him all along. And then he went to Costco. Yeah. And about 5 minutes into Costco, somebody rams into his heels with a big cart behind him. And shortly after that, a little toddler threw a chicken nugget at him. And he was waiting in line, you know, one of those sample tables. And a lady comes in and swipes the last mini quiche sample there. And he turned and she looked at him, were you waiting? And he said, no, I have been practicing sainthood. Yeah. He said, how you doing? He said, I've been doing great until I met you. And they laughed about it, and she shared her little mini quiche with the guy, and it was just fine. But what I really want us to get, if you're all in for love, that means, you know, it's not always going to be perfect opportunity. It's not going to be perfect experience. It's not about performance. It is about our practice. And so how do we practice it? I'm just checking to see if you guys are still with me there. So you've got to be all in, and it's it's not about being calm in a cave. It's about practicing kindness at Costco. You know, and if you want to know your level of enlightenment, go to Costco on a Saturday afternoon and see how you're doing with that. But the thing about love is that it is always available to us, and so. What's important to recognize, if I'm not experiencing love, maybe I just haven't stretched enough. You know, stretched by love consciousness before I have gone out into the world. You know, Ernest Holmes said that. He said, let love be your practice in life. And so that's what we want to do, is be able to practice this kind of love, because we're going to be challenged, you know, and we get challenged at our own particular level. And sometimes you don't even know you signed up for that experience that was going on. But here we go into February, which is Black History Month. And one of the stories that always comes to me is Rosa Parks. It was Rosa's birthday, February 4th. And But actually, Rosa Parks Day is December 1st, the day she was sitting on the bus in Montgomery, Alabama, going home from work, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, exhausted, sitting in the appropriate labeled colored section, and the bus started to fill up as they went down the street. And the bus driver told her to get up out of the seat and give it to a white person, which, she doesn't have to do, but one would typically do. But this day she said no. And so we know how that story unfolded. Called in the police, they arrested her, hauled her off, and she went to court on December 5th, was found guilty, had to pay a fine, had to pay plus the court costs. But it was on that day, December 5th, 1955, that I think D.E. Nixon and Martin Luther King organized a bus boycott in Montgomery, Alabama that went on for 381 days until December 20th of 1956, when the Supreme Court came down and decided that it is unconstitutional to have segregation on public buses. But, it just shares the power of a vision. She would say, Rosa Parks would say, without the vision, the people perish, and without courage and inspiration, our dreams die. We got to stay courageous. We got to continue to dream. Our gala, we've had some wonderings, and we just didn't let that dream catch fire in the past. You have got to allow the dream to catch fire and keep it inspired with the love for that dream, the passion for the dream, and the courage to step out into that. Let that love move through you. The 16th chapter of 1 Corinthians, verse 4, it says, whatever you do, do it with love. Let whatever you do be with love. That's our call. That is our charge, is to go out there and to continue to allow that to move through us and to be through us. And so when we come up against something that begins to stretch us, we got to say, hey, what matters here? What's important here? It's love, right? And how do I practice this? All in. There you go. Just checking. We're all in for love. I'm going to do that. So if you can remember that whenever you come up to a situation that you begin to be challenged with, what is it that you're going to do with that? There's a guy who met a girl. You know how those stories go. But this girl was outstanding, is how I read she was described. And he was normal, typical, shy, awkward. And the guys were flocking around this outstanding young woman. And but at the end of the night, this guy mustered up the courage to say, hey, want to go out for coffee sometime? And to his surprise, and hers too, she said, sure. And so they went out, and they're sitting in the coffee house, and he was nervous, right? Awkward, shy, so he didn't know what to say. And so there was that awkwardness, and she didn't respond because there was no talking. I mean, she was probably nervous too, I guess. It kind of goes both ways, though it's usually laid on the guy for being shy. But anyway, so the barista brings out the coffee, sets the coffee down, and says, hey, may I have a little bit of salt for my coffee, please? And the whole cafe, what? Salt for the coffee? And he just blushed, and he turned red, but brought salt, put a little salt in, took a sip of coffee with salt. And I smiled. She said, you know what, I got to ask you, what's with that habit of, salt in your coffee? He took another sip. You could just see him reminiscing, and he set it down and said, I came from the sea. In my town, I used to love to swim in the ocean. Everything smelled salty. There was salt everywhere. And the salt just reminds me of my childhood and my hometown and the home I grew up with and my parents that still live there. And he's tearing up as he's telling the story. And she is just moved and said, well, let me tell you about my childhood. And this was the icebreaker, the salt conversation. And they went on to date again. And she started thinking, he's a good guy. He's everything on my hit list for a guy. And, he's tolerant and kind and good and understanding. He's available. That's important. And all of a sudden, it was one of those like romance fairy tale stories. They get married. They live happily ever after. 40 years of bliss. Finally, he dies, which is maybe not so blissful. But anyway, she's cleaning out the stuff, and she found this letter, and I thought I would read it to you. It's not, there it is. I got a lot of checks in my pocket today, guys. Thank you for that. Anyway, so she's cleaning out, and this is the letter that she found. It said, he wrote, My dearest, please forgive me. This was the only untruth that I ever told you. The salty coffee. Remember the first time we dated? I was so nervous at that time. Actually, I wanted to order some sugar, but I said salt. Then it was hard for me to change, so I just went ahead, and I've been drinking salty coffee. I never thought that could be the start of communication, that I tried to tell you this truth so many times in my life. I was just too afraid to do so. And now that I'm dying, I need to tell you the truth. I don't like salty coffee. What a strange and bad taste. But I have had the salty coffee for my whole life since I have known you. And I have never felt sorry for anything that I have ever done for you. And having you with me is the most immense happiness of my whole life that I could ever have dreamed. If I could live for the second time, I would still want to know you and have you my entire life, even if I had to drink salty coffee again. So please forgive me, darling, for lying to you that first day in the coffee shop and then not telling you the truth ever since you have been making me coffee every day. But I'm not lying anymore when I say I couldn't have my coffee in any other way now because I'm still madly in love with you. And so if anybody ever asks her how that coffee tastes, she'll tell them sweet, you know. So it's what we do for love. It's courageous. You've got to be all in. All of a sudden, salty coffee could taste sweet. How is that even possible? But you know what? Those are the things that can begin to happen when we allow love to move through us. When we allow love to lead our life, or when we allow Spirit to lead our life, then we find that everything we think about is coming from love. Everything that we give is coming from love. The life that we live is an expression of love. And this is the love that absolutely can make the difference in our life. And let our actions speak. There's a Native American saying that says, less thunder in the tongue and more lightning in the hand. You know, that's what we want. Our actions to speak loudly. And, you know, and how do you want your actions to speak? What is it that you want to express in your life? Love. There we go. You know, and how do you practice that? There you go. You've got to be all in for sure. You know, Trevor and I were out walking yesterday. We do this on Saturday, and just some good father-son time. We were hiking the Manchester Preserve, which is not too far from here. And it's a nice walk, not too long. You get maybe an hour out of it. And, you know, you go up the side of the hill, and you go across the ridge, and you drop down into the canyon, and you cross, and you go on up the other side. It's nice, but the trails are pretty small. You know, no bikes are allowed up there. We've been walking this for years, never ran into any bikes except yesterday. You know, you can't walk side by side because the trail's not wide enough. So he walks behind me and just hear this like thundering behind us. And it's getting closer and closer. And I turn around, Trevor's back there, and he's off into the bushes off to the side. And there's two young teens racing down on their electric bikes. So they're big bikes, big tire, kicking up dust behind them. And Trevor's, you know, letting them go by, and they're coming to me. You know, I'm starting to give them that vibe. You know, I can't really say anything. I'm a minister. But, you know, it's like, you know, I've given them that look. And he says, hey, have you seen a golden retriever? And I thought, oh, he lost his dog. Of course, I'd be on an electric bike too, you know. And it's like instantly, my heart changed. I mean, that's how quickly, when you choose to be all in for love, your heart changes. You know, particularly since I was working on love yesterday too, right? For today. And so, you know, I got it. But I got to tell you, it's about a minute later, these guys are racing through the canyon on the other side. Next thing I see, these two guys going up the straight hill that there's no reason to go up to unless you really want to challenge your bike. And they're hooting and hollering up underneath the power poles, up this gravel incline, just having a ball, not looking for any dog. And I got it, man. This was their line that they threw at me so I wouldn't give them a hard time. Like any good, clever teenage boy, say, hey, I lost my dog. It's okay. Let me buy it. It's like, but you know, it's interesting. It was in that moment that, you know, I recognized that a moment ago I was aggravated or agitated. And then instantly, how quickly it shifted to caring and compassion I loved. And it was in that moment that when I recognized that I had just been duped by a couple of teenage boys, I had a choice. Was I going to be upset about this? But you know, I had just gone from upset to peace, that it was easy. I like this better. I don't need to get all wigged out. Wow. you know. And that's how quickly we can change when we're all in for love. And when I just had contrast, aggravation, love, right next to each other, when I was presented with an opportunity to react, I chose to be all in with love. That's how this works. Life will give us the opportunity to practice. So I couldn't help but to think of my dog after they went by. Sage was a golden retriever. Golden retrievers are about the happiest, sweetest, sloppiest dogs there are. They just know how to love. If they can't love up on their owner, they'll find anybody else to love. You know, you got somebody robbing your house, they'll say, hey, come on, let me show you where the good stuff is. You know, that's the kind of happy they're just this joyous expression of life and love. So one day I was coming home. And Sage, he knew when I was coming home. I don't know, I came home early, came home late. Somehow we were connected in this unified field somehow. Sage was always waiting for me. And this one day, I had a rough day at Seaside. Some stuff went on, and it wasn't good. I just felt hard, not good inside. And then before I left, I had some coffee, and I spilled it on my white shirt. I was not having a good day. And then, I don't know, I got behind somebody who just decided to crawl down the street. And by the time I got home, I wasn't in my happy place. You know, and I walk in the door, and Sage is always in his happy place. And so he starts running, happy to see me. See, he's running circles. He's jumping up and down. He's barking. He's rubbing up against me. He's got a tail the size of a palm frond, knocking everything off around, knocking stuff off the table. And I say, Sage, can you just be quiet for a minute? Please, come on. And you know, I fall back into the couch. And he stops. And he looks at me, you know, with those dog eyes. Big 85-pound dog comes out sulking over, and he puts his head on my lap and looks up at me with those eyes and says, I love you even when you're not lovable, you know. I'm going to remind you. And I look at him, I get on the floor and wrestle with him, his head or his belly or whatever it is. But, you know, that's the thing. That's what grace does, you know. When you're practicing love, grace comes in and loves, even when you're not lovable. It reminds you that love isn't keeping score. It keeps coming back is what love does. You know, sometimes you just got to remember, you know, the most loving spirit in your house sometimes eats your socks, you know, and that's the way that goes. But, you know, we get to decide how we're going to be. And what I came to recognize is, you know, love isn't really what it is that always what you're feeling. You know, love is that feeling. But rather, you know, love is your willingness to give, you know, to be able to share, you know, how much you want to give in that moment. That's really a high expression of love. And there's a beautiful story of a teacher, Mrs. Thompson, starting her 5th grade class, stands up in the class first day of 5th grade, tells the kids that same thing so many of the teachers tell them. I want you guys all to know I love you all equally. You know, you're all just equal in my eyes, which she absolutely knows isn't true, because sitting in the front row was little Teddy Stoddard, who she had checked out last year in 4th grade, and he was a problem. You know, kids don't really relate to him. You know, he definitely needs to bathe more than he does. His clothes are shabby. And there he is, sitting in his class, and sometimes he's falling asleep. He's not putting in the effort. And but the good thing is at this elementary school, they're required to read, you know, the past, you know, records from the other teachers, the notes that the reviews that they made. And so she went back and read about Teddy. And the 1st grade teacher said, Teddy is a bright light, intelligent kid, loves to laugh, is a good student and a blessing to the classroom. 2nd year, the teacher says, Teddy is a wonderful student. His classmates really enjoy being with Teddy. Smart kid, but there's something going on in the home. His mother has a terminal illness going on. 3rd grade, the report is Teddy's mom had died, and if somebody doesn't step in and help, the father doesn't really seem to care or to try. There's going to be something that takes place in the house that, you know. 4th grade teacher writes, Teddy is just quiet, withdrawn. Kids don't come around him. He erupts easily. He gets upset, and he's a mess. And so here she is, a fifth grade teacher, and she reads this report right around Christmas time, and she begins to understand what took place with Teddy. I mean, that's the compassion of a teacher. And it was right around the Christmas time, or the winter break, and the kids bring their Christmas presents, you know, the ones that your mom wrapped up so perfect and ideally so you could give to your teacher and look good. And she was careful, and Teddy's came in a heavy brown paper bag from a grocery store, just very clumsily wrapped. And so she opens it in the midst of opening the other kids' presents, and she pulls out a rhinestone bracelet with stones missing from it. And the other kids just start laughing because also she pulled out a bottle that was a quarter full of perfume. And so to stop the laughter, she put the bracelet on, said, "Isn't this lovely?" and put the perfume on her wrist. And at the end of the day, when the kids left, Teddy stuck around and said, "You know what? You smell just like my mom used to smell." And he left, and she just cried. She said it was in that moment she was no longer going to teach reading, writing, and arithmetic. She was going to teach children. She was going to be there and be present, and she was. Her whole being of teaching changed in that moment. She began to love, to be all in with love for all the kids. So she did put in special attention to Teddy, and Teddy began to grow. He started to come back, and the more he came back, the more she gave, and by the end of the year, he was glowing once again. She had made a difference in his life. He was like the smartest kid in the classroom at the end of that semester. Well, a year later, she gets a note underneath her door, and it says, "Mrs. Thompson, I just want you to know before I go on to junior high that you are the best teacher I have ever had. Thank you so much." She kept that. That's stuff that touches teachers' heart. And then 6 years later, she gets another letter from Teddy and says, "Mrs. Thompson, I want you to know I graduated third in my high school class, and you are still the best teacher I ever had. I so appreciate you, and I love you." And then 4 years later, she gets another letter and says, "Mrs. Thompson, it was tough to stick with it, but I want you to know that I've just graduated with a bachelor's, and you were the best teacher I have ever had and still are, and I'll remember you always." 4 years later, she gets another letter. This letter, she reads, and it says, "Mrs. Thompson, I continued on with my education, and I want you to know that I've never had a better teacher. You are still my favorite teacher of all time, but my name has gotten a little bit longer." And he signed Theodore F. Stodder, MD. And, just proud heart. And then the story doesn't end. I'm going. But she gets another letter that spring and says, "Miss Thompson, I want you to know that I have found a girl, the love of my life, and we're going to get married." And my dad passed away a few years ago, and I wanted to know if you would be willing to sit in the seat where the mother of the groom usually sits. And she gives absolutely yes. And so when she showed up, not only did she show up, but she showed up wearing a rhinestone bracelet, missing jewels inside, and made sure she found some of that perfume that Teddy's mom used to wear. And after the ceremony, they hugged, and Teddy said, "Thank you, Mrs. Thompson. You have no idea the difference you made in my life." And with tears pouring down her face, she said, "Theodore, you've got it wrong. You're the one who made the difference in my life. Until you, I didn't know how to teach. And because of you, I've been able to make a difference in the world." When you are all in for love, you never really know where it's going to go, how long it's going to come back, and you may hear nothing for months, for years, or ever. But once again, as I said, that love isn't necessarily what it is you're feeling. It's how much you are willing to give. And so what's it all about? And how do you practice it? I'll tell you, let's all be in for love, and we'll bless each other. I love you guys. Hey, let's keep it going as we bring back Rain and the Seaside Band.
morning again. We got a full house today. And you guys all look great. It's beautiful to see that Seaside has been thriving. All right, this song is a song that is one of my mom's favorites. And I always think of her when I sing it, so if you're a mom out there, this one's for you. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream afraid of waking that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give, and the soul afraid of dying that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember that in the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies the seed that in the springtime, in the spring, becomes the
This is rain. Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is the time of our service where we have the opportunity to share our gift, to share our love. And as we give, it comes back, but that's not why we do it. That is just the way it works when you're in that flow and you're in that circulation. And so I invite you to look within your heart and to give from that place and just feel the blessings of the divine and Spirit in your world and feel that love that comes from that and be grateful to Spirit and that which you've given and that which you do and just all of it. Let this be a moment in which you pour forth appreciation for the wonderful ways in which you can be in this world. So with that said, I want to invite our ushers to come forward as we take our gifts in our hand. There we go. Put the talk back, what the checks were. Anyway, I thank you to those that mail in your contributions when you can't be here. It's appreciated. You guys at home, we know that you're out there with your wonderful support. And those of us that are part of the Auto Tithe program said, hey, count me in this year, and this is how you can. It's that regular continuity of support that just is profoundly making a difference for our ability to continue with a greater ease and grace. So I share this prayer of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities, with a heart filled with love and appreciation for the good that continues to bless all of us. For truly, we are part of a thriving consciousness that believes in love first, love in all ways, that we're all into being willing to share that love and that support and that blessings. For the grace of God moves in this moment through each and every one of us in ways that continue to expand blessings in our experience. So grateful to know that we are blessed every step of the way, that we are just absolutely tapped into the wonderful resources of health and wealth and well-being. I know right now that we come to a conscious realization of the power of this stream that we're part of and can say, thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this opportunity to be able to rest with us a deep sense of calm. And so it is. Amen. And together, let us say this affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. The guys from Seaside. Nice job, guys. And so I stand before this bounty. I can feel the outpouring of the love and the caring and truly the blessings of joy that have been infused into these gifts. And so these gifts are received with that same sense of joy and catch the wonderful vibes of the love that has been put into it. And so with that kind of energy, we allow that to bless Seaside, and we handle this in good stewardship, and we put it forth back into life, carrying the wonderful blessings to all who comes in contact with this gift. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this opportunity to be part of the wonderful, abundant flow of blessings. And so it is. Amen. Hey, this is Mala. She is your new vice chair president here at Seaside. Congratulations. Looking forward to working with you even more. Though I know you and Garish are running off on an exotic 6-week trip over to India. So we'll hold down the fort for you. Or the church, the community, the place. It will be here when you get back is what I'm trying to say. Don't worry. All right, it is. And speaking of good hands, look at Soleil. Is that Soleil? Hey, welcome. Welcome to the stage. Look forward to when you sing with your mom sometime. That is Rain. Fabulous job today, Rain. You were wonderful. Danielle, always terrific. And I know you're doing the 15th between services when we renew our vows of love. So you got a good song for us this year? All right, there you. Oh man, we got a star being born. That's for sure. That's it. So yeah, bring your beloved, bring your partner. We're not providing them this year, so it'd be a great spot for you to be at 10:20 on the 15th. And Rev Debbie, always a joy, and just thank you for all that you did to assist us with the gala and the wonderful legacy that you've been part of. So bless you, Debbie. Giving us sound today is Matthew. Giving us the slides today is Landon. I forgot him again, but I'll save them for next week. But wonderful sound team. Great job, guys. Appreciate you. And behind that wall, Steve Grant is back doing his wonderful control and cutting and calling the shots and slicing and putting it all together for you guys at home. So it's a wonderful effort here and virtually. So, hey, lots going on at Seaside. Like today, right at 2 o'clock out at Humphreys, there is a wonderful remembrance celebration with all of his musical friends out at Max, our piano player for more than 10 years. As we know, passed a couple weeks ago, that Humphreys, all of his compadres are getting together and doing a musical concert. So head on out to that if you want at 2 o'clock. I know a number of us are going there. So. Tuesday is my class. I didn't even talk about it today. I've got it. It's just started. It's the basics. If you want to go beyond your limits, that's where you want to be Tuesday night. So go sign up, pick up a workbook from Tara, who's at the education table, and be part of the evening where we just go over the basic principles that are there. This is like a campus, a college campus, where there's so much to choose from. This is a spiritual campus, and we don't expect everybody to do everything, but there's wonderful offerings. So Tuesday night was the foundation class. Wednesday night, you got Maggie. I've seen her around here somewhere, but she's the speaker for the midweek service, the inner light service. Maggie, you wave your hand. I know I saw you. Oh, well. Oh, there you are. There you go. All right. Well, hey, you're talking Wednesday night. Look, it's kind of feisty, kind of fun. You definitely want to be here. That is turned into a wonderful happening. Thursday, we've got Tara starting her class. You want to work on your soul's journey. That's where you want to be on Thursday night. That's going on. Friday, that's going on. Tara is not only educational director, so can deliver great classes, but also we got Ricky Byers coming here. This is like an icon of music in the New Thought movement for decades. Yes, listen, the applause going on. I said there's like 100 tickets already sold for that night. So it's probably be our largest Friday night one in some time. So if you enjoyed today's music, the sing-along. That's Saturday. You got Rebecca, Kay, and Karen doing breath and sound. Sunday Super Bowl party. Okay, we got that going on here. So bring goodies, come celebrate. My team's out, the Rams, so I got to come up with somebody else, but we will. We got that going on. The following week, Debbie's class is starting. We've got financial freedom. So we got a lot going on, and there's stuff to do. And we have got children who talk about legacy. Look at these guys. Truly amazing. This is Jessica, what it is you do with them. We just love you.
We do all kinds of things. Lots of movement in our class today, right? For sure. We have a lot of people moving around. But what we wanted to do was each Sunday this month is kind of just teach really quick the things that we regularly do in service, and which mirrors a lot of the things that you guys do in service. And the most important thing that we always start with is prayer, right, guys? So we're going to do our prayer really quick and then share something separate to partner with prayer. Okay, I'm going to have you hold mic, okay?
God is all there is. I am one with God. I know my life is a blessing. I'm grateful. Three's my prayer, and so it is.
Hey, all right.
One last thing. And then What do? We fill out one of these. What's this? It's a prayer.
It's a prayer. You prayed for who?
So we fill out who we want to pray for, and then we get to check the boxes of what we want to have prayed for. So what do we get to check?
Love, peace, good health, joy, security, abundant.
And then who prays for our prayers?
The practitioner.
Where do the prayers go?
In the prayer box.
How many days a week do the practitioners pray for us?
7 or 5 days.
We couldn't gauge if it was 7 or 5, but it's 7 days. Okay, there we go. Prayer. Prayer is what we do.
Woo! There you go. Hey, they got the foundation class going on. I want you to know, every week we sometimes have more prayers from our youth program than we have from in here on Sunday mornings. It is wild. They're praying for dogs and aunts and moms and dads and houses. It's truly a beautiful thing that they know to where our prayer box is and the prayers go in there. So, but I'll tell you what, an answer to prayer one time about 30 years ago was really an administrator, assistant to the ministers, a lady by the name of Linda Amerson answered an ad in the Penny Saver when Seaside had just moved into a little place on 2nd Street across from the Potato Shack. It used to be an old brewery, and we brought a new spirit to that brewery, and it was called the Seaside Center, and we needed somebody to kind of run the place, and Linda Amerson in January of 30 years ago began. Linda, you want to come up on the stage just so we can say thank you for all you do. You talk about dedication and love. A godmother of the community, has been there through thick and thin. We are just blessed by your commitment, your sense of family. You know, the way you've just kept things in order through the years. All the weddings and memorials and baptisms are kept in her official record book, and she has just been able to keep track of things and me, and has just been part of Callie's and Trevor's and my life for all these years.
I am so blessed to be here at Seaside. You are all my family. And when Dr. Christian said he's going to be here another 33 years, maybe.
Aha, Linda too. We see that.
I love you all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. All right. And so we have cake waiting as soon as we pray ourselves out of here. Just a prayer, a celebration for one who really, this is her family and loves us that kind of way. And we thought it was starting off a month of love. Let's honor a legacy with the love that she's brought. And so I invite any of our religious science practitioners to stand at this moment, and so we can all feel this upliftment of love, of light, of wonder, of blessings, for the presence of the divine actually is emanating within this beautiful room right now through each and every one of us. Allow it to reverberate with that wonderful sense of peace and calm. What are those divine qualities? And allow that to be your feeling in this moment. That which you consider is that high vibration, allow it to vibrate at a new frequency within your body, and allow it to be set at a new level, a new calibration, so you're able to walk with an ease and a grace that truly your body knows how to heal itself, knows how to activate its own pharmaceutical. It knows how to eradicate and eliminate that which does not belong. Every cell, tissue, and organ, fiber of your being responds to that innate blueprint of wholeness, and the physical body returns to its perfect, healthy state in this very moment, for all things are possible. And so as we stand here and just look and feel the wonder of spirit in our lives and the love that fills the house, we allow that joy to be something that it reminds us of that infallible sign of the presence of God. And with that comes that flow. That flow is abundance. It is affluence. There is a richness. There's a wealth. There's a sense of just security and knowing that there is an inexhaustible wellspring that cannot be turned off. And as we become more available, we find it blessing our life, in our relationships, in our projects, in our creative expression, all the right people and places and things just coming together as if they've been divinely coordinated, and they have, because we begin to see as Spirit sees the perfect pieces and where they go. So grateful to know that stepping into this life with an ease and a grace and a deeper trust, that this is a beautiful world in which we live, that truly it is the Garden of Eden, and it is the time in which to enjoy the fruits of the divine in our world. And so I say thank you for that just deep knowingness that it is here now, and grateful that this is the perfect healing and the perfect moment of wholeness. I let go with a sense of knowing that it's all in for love, that truly love is what it's about. And as I am all in, I find all my life is about is that love that is God. And so it is. Amen.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand.
But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go, gotta let it go.
And this is what you've got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Let's hear you, Seaside. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for
Woo! And our affirmation for the week is, I am all in for love. Together, I am all in for love. Touch your heart and say it again. I am all in for love. Again, I am all in for love. One more time like you mean it. Come on. I am all in for love. And our song of grace.
I'm living in love. I'm living in peace. I'm living my life for what I believe. Through joys and through fears, in this world I walk. God's grace shines on me, and it shines on us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We're living in love. We're living in peace. United.